Okay, welcome back to the channel, Disc Golf Fan. So today we're going to be talking about a couple different exercises that you can use to just strengthen your pattern in throwing. Strengthen your pattern through coordination. So it's how well you sequence, how well your athleticism shows through in your throw pattern, how well you glide, how smooth the pattern is. So if we can express a more athletic pattern, we'll have a stronger application into our throw. We may get some more distance out of it. Generally being stronger, having stronger muscles within the network that I need to throw. So stronger hips, stronger legs, stronger core to rotate, stronger muscles around my shoulder, maybe even stronger grip. All these individual muscle groups could get stronger. That could equate to increased power, increased performance in our throw. And if you're learning to shape different shots, for instance, hyzers, anhyzers, you're starting to put different alignments on your body, okay, to enhance how you can angle your disc for power. All of those little nuances in our body are going to need an increased amount of athleticism to express the same amount of power. So if I've got a lot of generated power and I'm consistently throwing straight across with a nice even plane, and I start leaning downward and I'm working on some flip up shots, I'm changing my alignment. It might not be as easy to source the power in my body. Same with if I'm starting to lean up a little bit and I'm looking for a big turnover shot, all right? I'm up, I'm in an unconventional position from my max power alignment. It's common that we lose power here, and we watch pros. Look at Eagle McMahon doing a turnover shot, 700 feet, all right, 600 feet. The guy's got incredible torque and power. That comes from a combination of athleticism and strength. He can apply all that together and get hell of an amount of power on his stroke. If we're thinking about forehands, it's the same idea. It's still sequencing our body and then having good athleticism and good power. And that power comes from, again, localized muscle strengths and then our ability to coordinate into a sequential throw. So enough of the discussion, okay? Let's look at some exercises. All we need is a lightweight band. What I love about these exercises, you could do these at your home. If you have a gym set up, you can do it in the gym. And I do these a lot at the disc golf course, where if I'm gonna do field work, I just bring a band with me. And I use these exercises on days that I play as a way to sort of prime my body so that I'm feeling as strong and coordinated, as fluid on my first hole, as some of my friends are on their third or fourth hole. I'm just taking the time to prep, and these are really valuable. On a non-playing day, if I'm thinking about my strength routine, I use the same drills, same exercise, but I might increase the resistance that I use, and I may do more sets. I may go to fatigue or failure instead of just a couple of sets or reps just to sort of prime the body. So again, here are a couple patterns that you can use. Very easy to think about. All I'm gonna do is replicate a backhand pattern, and I'm gonna do it in 3 angles with my body. So I'm just gonna take a grip of the band. It almost does not matter what grip you take for today. Okay, and I'm just gonna mimic a regular backhand throw. I'm thinking a straight release, nice and flat, and I'm gonna go at about 50% tempo on my first set. As we go through sets, we'll slowly increase our tempo and bring us up close to maximum power. So I'm gonna do more of a standstill pattern, so I'm just gonna reach back, pull through, reach back, and pull through, reach back, and pull through. The hand that has nothing in it, you can either have down and the band can wrap your chest, or you could bring the arm up and it can wrap your forearm. Eventually, the band is gonna hit your body, and so what you do with your trail arm has to do a little bit with comfort with the band on your body, but ultimately, there's a secondary training effect from the band touching our body, and I'll discuss that in just a moment. So I'm gonna do about 10 reps. Now I'm gonna do both sides of my body, okay? Yes, I do want I'm a right-handed thrower, so I want my right shoulder, all the musculature around my right side to become very strong and have a lot of dominance in the throw. But I'm rotating, okay? with my trunk. And when I go and I switch to a forehand pattern, I have to rotate my trunk the other way and use my legs the other direction. So practicing the pattern, even though it's a backhand, on both sides of the body is going to enhance that athleticism and coordination. And if we can have similar amounts of potential power on both sides of our body, if we could have as much potential on my left side for rotation as I do on my right side, it's going to help balance me out, potentially reduce injuries, keep me stronger later in the round, all these things. So again, I'll go 10 reps with the left side. You'll see me change the position of my arm down versus up. Some of that just has to do with comfort with the band hitting my body, and some of it has to do with a secondary detail with the arm I'll talk about in just a moment. So again, 10 reps. Okay. One more piece I can describe. It's equal parts arm and it's equal parts rotation with my trunk. I want it to feel similar to my golf swing, okay? We're not talking about our lower body right now. We're not X-stepping. I'm not really talking about leading with hip turn. I'm just getting a rotation and focusing on my shoulder. Let's do 2 more sets. This time I'm gonna go about 75% tempo. I'm just gonna speed things up again. Okay, and we're gonna go 10 reps. Nice and level, good quickness. What's nice about drills with lightweight bands, the resistance isn't so heavy that it disrupts your ability to move in a similar way to your release or your throw. If you only play on the weekends and you don't have a chance to play through the week, well, now you have a 5 to 6 day gap between rounds. And so this is an excellent way to keep the muscles primed, toned, and strong, okay? You can count how many strokes you have on a round and understand how many throws you're having on a round. A third of those are probably gonna be higher power drives. A third of those are gonna be somewhere around mid-range distance, medium tempo throws, and a third of those are gonna be putts. So you can start conceptualizing about how many throws you do in a round or in a weekend if you play a few rounds, and you can start to build your exercise program around the volume in which you play, okay? Third and final set, again, I'm just going on a nice straight plane here, and I'm gonna go pretty close to maximum power this time, so I'm really gonna generate some speed. Just working on turning, quickly pulling that arm through. Excellent. And again, I'm going to go to my left side. Same thing. It's also kind of neat. We're starting to see a few players throw with their opposite hand. Not as good at forehands, and so they're turning to a left side backhand as an option. Kind of neat. Okay. And if you're a multi-sport athlete and you happen to play ball golf, all right, and you're a right-handed athlete, well, rotating to the left is very relevant for you as well. Okay, fantastic. So that was the baseline drill to just replicate a throw. Okay, keep all these muscles toned, help enhance your sequence and how fluid you move. We'll take the same exact exercise and we'll just address like a highs or angle. So it doesn't matter what you start with. Just take your anchor, lower it a little bit, okay? Approach the throw a little bit more bent over so that instead of being upright, we're a bit down now, okay? Maybe we're looking for that flip up shot. So we're letting that disc hang down a bit, okay? Same deal. I'm just gonna take you through one set so you can see the option here. You could do, again, 3 sets, like a 50, 75, 100% tempo, but start nice and low, get that reach back, and let that release come through. Seven, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go to the other side. Same thing. Get me down a little bit. Excellent. Work that backhand pattern, work that rotation. Excellent. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the last would be just go a little bit high and visualize your shot. Get that plate up a little bit. Flip over. Okay, nice S turn, okay. Set myself, same idea. I'm a little bit higher this time. You see that band is a little higher. Keep it from hitting your chest and neck. You put that arm up, my arm's down, and I throw high. It's gonna hit me, so just bring that arm up. I know your arm won't be up like that when you throw the disc. That's okay. We're not throwing a disc. We're just practicing body control. So we develop strong muscle memory so we can enhance how we move when we're out on the disc golf course. Yes. 8, 9, and 10. Fantastic. Okay, so one detail that I wanted to talk about is that backside arm. So let's bring this band down. Let's get it nice and even again. So when we throw, we need to maximize our ability to rotate quickly. So if my arms are extended from my body and I start rotating and I slowly bring my arms inward, there's a sense that we speed up. And maybe we've had that experience on a merry-go-round or on a swing or some other example in life, sitting on a desk chair and spinning, putting the legs out, putting the legs in. But when you draw in, it is much easier to create that rotational force. And so what we're seeing, these pros do an exceptional job of taking their trail arm, and as they start to pull through, they take that trail arm and they pull it into their body so that they have a smaller column to rotate around. When you're doing this drill, this pattern where we're just practicing throwing, I mentioned you could have your arm up to sort of catch the band against your body, or you could have your arm down. So we can really enhance learning to keep this arm close to the body if you let that arm stay down and you let that band almost pull your arm down, okay? So even though the drill initially is focusing on this backside pulling, rotating, and releasing, this band is giving me some reinforcement and feel to keep my arm pinned close to my body. Excellent. Okay, let's talk about how we can use these drills for a forehand. It's the same idea. We're just gonna hold on to the band. In this case, I'm gonna go palm up, just like I'm holding a disc, and I'm just gonna replicate a standstill forehand throw. If we start at 50%, just like the other drill, gives us a chance to sort of feel our position. And again, little nuances that you're learning work well for you and your throw can be utilized here. So for me, getting a little bit down, letting the disc hang down a bit, works really well for me. And so that's my initial thought. I'm going right to a visualization of how I throw. I don't throw forehands lefty, righty, okay, but I'm doing the drill both ways just to keep my rotation strong, keep both shoulders strong. Who knows? I may have some short approach shot that's obscured one day and I just can't figure out how to align myself with that right hand. So I may need to do a little forehand flick one day, who knows? These little tools of remaining athletic and highly coordinated really play to our favor. disc golf, right? It's just a game of trick shots. So anything you can do, outside of disc golf that helps you feel your body and find more athleticism and more coordination is probably going to translate to the course. Hope these drills are beneficial for you. Try them out. Let me know what you think. And hope you score less this season. Throw a little bit more power and putt with a little more accuracy. I'll see you on the course.